Hello, Allan, Blain here. Excited to come to you today, whether you're just looking at NeoLife for the first time and maybe you've seen some information on the products and you're trying to decide and evaluate whether this is going to be a future home for you and a place to build a business, and you want to see the compensation plan, or maybe you're already on board with us and you're part of our Wisdom Builders team and you're just saying, hey, I need to, get a better grasp, a better handle on this compensation plan. This video hopefully will be of help to you. I want to tell you that although I'm going to go through every single part of the compensation plan over the next few minutes, I'm going to keep it very high level. I'm going to keep it very 30,000 foot view perspective. I'm going to present the compensation plan to you the way I would want somebody presenting it to me. I'm going to cover numbers, but instead of breaking down every single number, what I want to do is I want to focus more on the behavior than the numbers. As we go through the numbers, I'm going to focus more on the behavior. Accomplish this, build this, do this, and get that. So that you can know, oh, to earn $1,000, to build a business that's paying me $1,000 a month passive income, I have to do this. It looks like this. Or a $5,000 a month income looks like this. A $50,000 a month business may be something you're after. It's going to look like that. So that's the goal as I run through the compensation plan over the next few minutes. I want to also just say and just touch on and just say that, not all compensation plans are created equal. Some are better than others, okay? But what all compensation plans have in common is this. They only have 100% of every dollar to work with. Some has to go to overhead, some has to go to product development, some has to go to marketing, some goes to compensation plan, but every company only has 100%. So there's a saying that says, figures don't lie, but liars figure, or something along those lines. The point being that some compensation plans can look really nice and be presented in a very nice way. But bottom line, they may not stand the test of time. Or bottom line, they may pay great up front, but not on the back end. There's numerous problems with them. I guess the bottom line for me is this. As Inc.com came out a few years ago and says statistically, not just in our direct selling industry, but in all business, 97% of all businesses are out of business. They fail within 10 years. It's something like 80%. Bloomberg said, I think it was 80% of all businesses are out of business within 18 months or 2 years. So as much as we love the residual income aspect of this industry, I think it's important to keep in mind that it's only residual as long as the company is still in business. And why am I saying this? You might be asking, why are you saying this, Allan? Just get to it. I'm saying this because this compensation plan is tested, tried, and true. There are many people making $1,000 a month. There are people making $1 million a month. This compensation plan has worked for the last 62 years as of this recording this year in 2020. And it's great. One of the things that some compensation plans, why they fail. I guess the reason why many fail is they either the company doesn't have a value proposition to the customer. They don't really have a product or service that really feels a true need in the marketplace at a price point that works. So they have trouble attracting customers and, more importantly, retaining customers for that residual aspect. Or they don't incentivize leaders properly to attract leaders and to develop leaders, or incentivize leaders to rise up and develop within the organization. And in my opinion, NeoLife's compensation plan strikes the perfect balance. And I think their 62-year history substantiates that. Okay, so I also will say this. The more you learn about NeoLife in general, not just in the compensation plan, but in general, at least this has been my experience and many others, the more I believe you're going to like what you learn. There's no skeletons. There's no things you're going to find that you go, ooh, I don't know that I like that. I think you're going to find the more you learn, the more you'll like. And that's another reason why I love sharing NeoLife. So let's jump into this, okay? Here we go. First of all, how do you get paid? How do you earn money with NeoLife? First of all, there is retail profits, okay? There's retail profits that range from 10% to 30%. And we don't teach this. We don't teach people to go after this. In our team, we don't train on this, but our websites, we don't stock product. We don't sell out of our homes. We don't exchange money. We don't even sell at retail and have the company drop ship it. Although all of our replicated websites that each one of us promoters does have a retail option on there that the customer can choose. If they choose not to sign up as a club member and just go purchase at retail, the retail profit of 25 to 30%, depends on the product line, is going directly into your monthly paycheck, okay, as a promoter, if that happens on your website in your organization. And 10% if somebody joins as a club member and chooses not to put their products on auto ship. Actually, it's 10 to 15% is the difference between member price and wholesale price if they choose not to have a monthly auto order, okay, or smart ship as I like to call it. So your retail profits are going to range in here, although this is a very insignificant portion of income for us. And I'll kind of share with you our experience through the process too, just personally, my wife, Nicole, and I in our business. So there is the retail profit, and there is people in our organization that make a substantial thousands of dollars a month doing this. It's just not something we teach, train on, or promote, but it is a part of the compensation plan that's probably important to know. This is probably the most important page I have to show. And if I had to boil the whole marketing plan or compensation plan, I should say, down to, or business plan, down to one page, one napkin at a coffee shop, and I have to explain the business plan to somebody or the marketing plan. Here we go. This is it. It would be the director model. A director-sized business earns, we just use round numbers and say about $1,000 of passive income, residual income per month, okay? I'll let you know that one of our newest directors in my wife and I's organization that just made director this past month, a few days ago, I was talking to her the other day, and her check, or residual check for the month of January, I'm recording this in February, was over $1,500. And in addition to the $1,500 she earned, again, I'm using $1,000 a month average because that's probably it's a very conservative average. She earned free product. And with NeoLife's NeoLife Wellness Club, online club, which we're all a part of as NeoLife promoters or members, you can earn up to, by referring other customers or club members, you can refer for up to 2 health packs valued at up to $222.70 each for a grand total of over $445 of free product every single month, indefinitely, okay? So with her, my newest director, with her $1,500 a month income and another almost $450 of free product added together, she was over $2,000 in value that month, I guess, between free product and her $1,500+ check. But we'll just talk about $1,000 a month average for a director-sized business. Here's how a director-sized business can look, okay? It's just a model. It's not about the shape, the form, or the numbers necessarily. In the NeoLife compensation plan, it's all about product move, like as in any legitimate business. The more product that's moved, if it's based on commissions, the higher the check. So keep that in mind. No one's business has to look like this. It's just for modeling purposes. But in this director model, here's how it would look. Step 1, and they don't even have to go in this order. You enroll 3 club members. These are the 3 lines here, okay? I drew this ahead of time and my marker was starting to fade on me, so bear with me. But I'm not a great artist, or I don't write that great. But then you help those 3 club members or customers get their products free. How do they do that? With the NeoLife Wellness Club referral program, they simply refer 3 other club members. This person refers 3 other club members. And we have a system and we train on how to teach how to do this. This person refers 3 other club members. That's it here, okay? Then you help 3 other people in your organization. Maybe there are other club members that you've enrolled. Maybe there are other promoters. Ideally, they're promoters, but it doesn't even matter. And help them do the same. You help them get their 12 customers. This person gets their 12 customers. So this is 3, and they each get 3 to get their products free. And you help this person get their 12 customers. And at this size of a business, based on real averages of each person doing roughly 100 points or, $130, $140 a month in product sales or product consumption, which is a very low average with our catalog of over 100 products for an entire household to use, by the way. It's a very conservative average. This size business is doing, I'm going to get to what this means in a minute, between 4,000 to 5,000 points, or PV, or point value, if you want to know what PV stands for, point value or points for short, okay? So we're going to come back to this. This is going to be important. But this size business, $1,000 a month passive income approximately, and the cornerstone of the entire compensation plan. So burn this in your mind, not necessarily the shape again, but this size business, this much product being moved in a given month, which we've had numerous people do. My wife, Nicole, and I have been in this business now less than 5 years. We've got dozens and dozens and dozens of directors and much larger than this in our organization. And we've had people do this in their first month, many do it in their second month, numerous people do it in their third month, and there's people that have been with us over 4 years that still haven't done it because they haven't done the work. But just to say, it's very simple and very doable. Some think it's easy, some think it's hard. That's another conversation. So, are we good on this? This is the director model. Okay, so now that we've got that clear, by the way, this is amazing. $445 a month of free product every single month that you can earn. Okay, so now that we're a director, here's the third step. Okay, here's the next step. Help these 3 people that were in your organization, right back here, right? Same 3 people. And they could be any 3 people. These 3 here. Help them build out their $500 a month incomes or whatever they're earning there. $300 to $500 probably in that case. And help them do what you just did and become a director. 1, 2, 3 directors. That makes you a 1 ruby in rank. It's about a 3. It's actually the minimum, calculated minimum you could make. It's over $3,000. It would be impossible to be this rank and even make that little, but I'm trying to be conservative. Most 1 rubies are more up around the $5,000 a month range, but I'm saying $3,000 to $5,000 and even more. Some 1 rubies are making more than that. Okay, so that's 1 ruby. Now, where does the income come from? So that's the behavior. That's the model. We'll jump into the numbers here real quick. Sales volume bonus is one way that you earn income, okay? Just one way. And it's based on volume of your entire organization, minus any directors in your organization, but of your entire organization, unlimited levels deep, added together, 250 points, 3%, 500 points, 5%, 1,000, 10%, 2,000, 15%, and 4,000, which is the director title, director rank, and I'm not giving you the names of these ranks in this case, for sake of time, 20%. 20%, okay? 20% commission of what is a key question. So let me show you that. You see I changed markers, so it's a little darker now. The other one was fading out. 20% of what? Let's assume that there's 100 points of of volume in a particular business, okay? Point value, that's where I was saying getting points before. So let's say it's 100. Some companies say they pay 10%, 20%, 30%, whatever percent they pay in their commission structure, but they don't always tell you what it is. Based on what? Some pay on points. 20% would be 20 bucks of 100, right? Points. There's the cost of the product, the wholesale cost. In NeoLife's case, we call it DC or distributor cost. It's the promoter cost, distributor cost. That's wholesale. And typically, and I'm just using some round, rough numbers. If you've got, for every 100 points you have in your organizational volume, it costs roughly $130 of product purchased wholesale to get that many points. And some companies will pay on this, the percentage. NeoLife pays on a percentage, pays on a dollar amount greater than the cost of the product, something called BV or bonus volume. Okay, so they pay not on the point value of the product, not on the cost of the product, which is higher, but a number even greater than that called bonus volume. And so this is just a rough formula. Every product has a little different formula, so there's not a cookie cutter, but roughly 1.5 times the points is what you get paid on. That's why you can come back to a chart like this and say, well, 20% of 4,000 is 800. Well, yes, but we're not getting paid 20% of the points. We're getting paid 20% of the BV, which on 4,000 points is probably closer to 6,000, 1.5 times. 20% of 6,000 is 1,200 bucks. And that's why the $1,000 a month director income is a very low average, okay? So there we go. Actually, if you want a real product example, one of our foundational core flagship products, Pro Vitality, PV is 34, distributor cost is $48.30, and you get paid your bonus percentage of $54.65. So there's a real life example. All right, there's another way we get paid. The other way we get paid is a monthly, what we call a car bonus. And again, they call it a car bonus. It's cash added to your monthly check. It can be a college fund. It can be grocery money. It can be a vacation account, savings account. It can be whatever you want it to be. It can be a rental property, investment property payment, whatever, car payment. It can be a car payment. So at that director size business, about 5,000 points a month, $150, $600 when you double your size of business, $800 and $1,000 per month is the max for the monthly car bonus, okay? Then we've got, to incentivize leadership and helping build other directors in our organization, there's something called a leadership development bonus. This is you, all of your first level directors, however many they may be, and as I said, 18 will max out the top of the comp plan, but you're not limited to 18. You can go as wide as you want. You're going to earn an override on their entire business, their qualified points in their organization, of 6%, up to 6%. It steps up depending on your rank. On all your second level directors, 4% leadership bonus. On your third level director, 4%, and it's only paid 3 levels deep. Now, this person might be the first level in a leg down on your 9th. It might be the first director in a particular line, and they may be on your 9th level. That's considered your first level director. You'll earn 6% once you start earning leadership development bonuses once you're a director, and they start at 5% and go up to 6%. But you'll start earning that on their organization, regardless of how deep they are in your organization. So let's just say they're on your 9th level or 9th generation, 6%. The second director, maybe you have to go down to your 17th level to find a second director, 4%. You follow me? The third level director might be on your 27th level. That's okay. You're going to get paid 4%, and then that is where it will stop. It could be on your third level, first, second, third level, or the third level director where the leadership development bonuses stop could end up being on your 100th level. Just depends how many directors are in between them and you. Okay, so that's leadership development bonus. And by the way, this is where the majority of the income comes from. Right here is where the majority of our income comes from. When we hit a 6-figure income, and even well before that, in that first 16 months in the business, I should have stopped to think about this before I hit record on my phone here, but I would venture to guess probably, 60-70% of our income is from leadership development bonuses, and probably still is today. Okay, in addition to that, there's something called a network development bonus that you do not earn until you reach the rank of 4 Ruby, and then you start earning these. 4 Ruby is considered International President's Team. That's an income in the neighborhood of calculated minimum $120,000 a year. Probably more realistic in that $150,000, $180,000 a year range. Maybe $10,000 to $12,000 to $15,000 a month income. So when you hit that level, then in addition to the leadership development bonuses that we just talked about a moment ago on this last page, 6%, 4%, 4%, you get an additional 3%, 3%, 3%, and up to 3% on your 4th and indefinitely, okay? Unlimited generations, unlimited levels. When you hit this level, you're going to get these overrides up to 3% on each level of directors with no end. Okay, isn't that great? So that's the network development bonus. All right, in addition, that's the compensation plan. But in addition, as I start to close this out, there's also something called incentives. In fact, the car bonus is technically an incentive as well. It's an incentive. Incentives can be renewed each year. They can be changed and modified. The car bonus, for example, has been part of the incentives year after year after year. We've been users of the products for 20 years as of this recording, and the business now for the past 5. As far as back as 20 years, the car bonus has existed. We've been aware of that. And most all of these, I think maybe all of these probably have as well. But anyway, Here's the incentives. I'll just run through them real quick. I don't have time to break them all down, but just so you know, there's a first order bonus. Then I've got another separate video that explains, but basically it's an additional 5% pay on top of the 20% commission, an additional 5% during a promoter's first 6 months. And there's a couple qualifiers to be able to qualify to earn that, and that's for another video another time. But there's travel, lots of travel. Do you like to travel? There's leadership school. As soon as you get to the director level, remember I told you that's the cornerstone of the marketing plan. Or the compensation plan, when you get to that level of director, again, we've had people do it in the first month, second month, third month, many people have. Once you get to that and maintain it for 3 consecutive months, and your rank becomes an Emerald director at that time, basically a consistent director, you get a free 3-day weekend at the Brassfield Estate Winery in Northern California, north of the Sonoma area. Beautiful, incredible. Love to tell you more. It's a trip of a lifetime. People that are in the NeoLife owner, Jerry Brassfield's, in his former downline from way back when, people like Tony Robinson, Les Brown, Zig Ziglar. Zig Ziglar wasn't in his downline, but Jim Rohn, heads of state, leaders of industries, presidents of other countries have been to Jerry Brassfield's Brassfield Estate Winery, and you will be there treated like a king. So there's leadership school, all right? Once you are an Emerald director, there's world team trips. It can be all inclusive, all expenses paid every year. As of this recording, it's every October. We've gone to, the 5 years we've been here, we've gone to Cabo, we've gone to Maui, we've gone to Cancun. This coming October, we're going on a cruise to the Bahamas, from Maui to the Miami to the Bahamas. Every year, an amazing trip. That's an annual thing once you reach the $2,000 to $3,000 a month income. So you don't have to build some massive organization to get to qualify for these wonderful trips every year. There's Ruby orientation, that when you make Ruby, which again is that $3,000 to $5,000 a month income, you get to go back to the Brassfield Estate Winery for Ruby orientation and another incredible 3-day weekend. There's Diamond lifestyle trips every single year. So when you get to be on the president's team, you get even more incredible trips than the already amazing world team trips every single year to different tropical places. When you reach 5 Diamond, which again is the top of the compensation plan, that's 18 director legs, $18,000 a month passive incomes or larger, 18 different lines of that. Once you get there, just for stepping up, you get to take a trip, and I've got this printed out here just to show you. You get to take a trip on the owner's yacht, valued at $100,000 for the week, with personal chefs. Incredible. So anyway, that's a trip of a lifetime. And go sail somewhere. I guess it's not sailing, but what do you call it? Riding the boat somewhere. I don't know. Take a trip. But anyway, 5 Diamond director step up. That's an incentive there, a trip you get. Okay, how about step up cash? As you step up to each rank, okay? Starting with the rank right above director. Actually, starting with director. And every step thereafter, you get cash. Not paid out over 24 months or 12 months like other companies do, or over 3 months, but all in 1 month given to you as soon as you hit that rank. $1,000 all the way up to $40,000 bonus, step up bonus for 5 Diamond. And if you add up all the steps in between, it's over $191,000 in just step up bonuses along the way, okay? There's consistency cash. Consistency cash ranges from $4,000 a year to $20,000 a year. And again, it depends on your rank, and it depends on, it's based on being consistent, qualifying at that particular rank, which is president's team. And there's six ranks within president's team. Those are the top 6 ranks within the company. There's also president's team Emerald Director Development. That's the Emerald Directors of those $1,000 a month passive income size businesses that we keep talking about. Okay, it's just a consistent director. That's what an Emerald is. It's not larger. It's just consistent, 3 months in a row. And based on how many new Emerald Directors were developed in a year in one's organization, that bonus ranges from $3,000 a year to $75,000 a year, starting with 8 new emeralds in a year, all the way up to 30 new emerald directors in a year in one's organization, okay? And finally, there's a founder's profit sharing pool. The owner and founder, Jerry Brassfield, has a formula, undisclosed. It's not even part of the compensation plan that he gives to several top leaders every year at the end of the year based on company profits. And I've been at an event not too long ago where he handed somebody a check for over $250,000 as one of these founders profit sharing pools. And that was just a bonus, small bonus in addition to their annual income and all these other ways they earn income, okay? So anyway, the plan pays. I guess that's what is important to know. The plan pays. It's very simple. It pays very well, just, getting customers and helping customers improve their health. And it pays very well and incentivizes us to develop leaders and become leaders and grow ourselves so that we can make a greater impact on the world around us. So it stood the test of time. And I would say there's a lot of information that I shared in here real quickly, went over it very quickly, but the bottom line is this. It's not about the numbers. It's not about memorizing the numbers. You can know all this or not know it, and the income's gonna be the same so long as you go out and take action and do it. And again, become a director. And then second step is to help other people become directors along the way, and the rest takes care of itself. And I can speak from personal experience. They never get my check wrong. And the more I share and care with others, the more my business grows, my check grows right along with it. I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions or want to get started, please get back with the person that shared this video with you. I'm sure they'd be happy to help you take the next step. And if that step's enrolling and joining our incredible NeoLife family, I look forward to meeting you. Until next time, make it a great one. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.